Lineups are presented tonight by Zions Bank, and for a noteworthy approach to banking, yes, Zions Bank. And all of NBA fans excited to see a hoop back safely, and let's hope it continues that way. So here we go, scrimmage.
Game, really. I mean, we know all the players and what they can do. It's just a matter of, are they going to bring it early? See Donald with a nice jump shot.
Averaged 24.2 points a game before the shutdown, and see how he continues his game. He was early 3-2 lead as Donovan works that screen with Gobert. Very patient, up and in.
Trying to rush or force anything. Still makes it look easy, Bowler.
Yeah, sure does. Donovan in that paint, and Devin Booker shoots it up and over. 5-4 Utah early. They're playing at the HP Fieldhouse. There's 3 gyms in Orlando. Rudy with a nice hand defensive Saric. Here comes Booker, slices, dices inside, throws it back out. Little 10-foot, 12-foot jumper.
To some of the players, it will be an advantage coming back. I mean, maybe they didn't end as Booker not.
For Bojan Bogdanovic, recovering off that wrist surgery. Utah turns it over. Running are the Suns, and there's a bucket and one. Yeah, it was Mikal Bridges with the hold on Gobert. So the 3 by Joe. Nice look off, lay it at home.
The mishandle. Now he fakes it, Joe does, and gets a nice easy 2.
High floater over the top of Gobert. Through the rim. 15-9, Phoenix. Drop it inside. So far, I see the Jazz a little tight. Down 17-9.
Yeah.
For 2 from downtown in the early minutes. 19-11. Jazz started hot. 3 of their first 4 shots. And they've cooled.
His coaching, and he was respected by every player, but you get him off the court. He's one of the most kind men you would ever come across.
You know, KK, to your point, the last 13 games before the shutdown for COVID, Conley was averaging nearly.
Definitely, he's one of the guys. Here's another guy right here, Jordan Clarkson, who's going to have an opportunity to kind of settle in with the Jazz as well.
Yeah, more minutes should come his way. George Niang.
It's like he got that many man tuned up during the break, Bowler.
You know, he had an ankle sprain when he went down to the bubble. I talked to him.
Yeah, they knock you down, but you get up real quick because you realize this is a scrimmage game, right? And it's just kind of.
But, you know, Clarkson's going to get more touches. Joe should get downtown shots or looks, T.
Well, he should. It's moving the basketball. I might be open, but I've got one more pass because this guy's more open than I am. Is Jordan.
About filling the shoes of Bogey. And you look at Jordan Clarkson, and the comment was about the fact that he had no.
Carter pops about a 15-foot. You know, Quinn said tonight, too, that he wanted this team just to go out and play.
Yes.
And Thurl, I think what that means is, you know.
So it's about getting comfortable again playing against opponents other than your teammates.
Kaminsky gives it up for a 3, and that shot is drilled down by Cameron Johnson. So a quick 4 off the bench. Donovan, the only Jazz man with,
you know, or Damian Lillard that takes the bulk of the threes, that have to take the bulk of the threes. They spread the wealth.
Joe, full drive.
Joe is so much of an importance to the Jazz team as getting opportunities to take the shots. The shots are going to fall, and that's what these. And then in the second half is when they kind of poured it on, and with the ball in his hand.
You got Joe parked in the corner. They go out to Clarkson, toes up a 3. Looks good is.
Picture perfect.
Jazz knock home a 3. Clarkson with his second 3 ball. 9-point game. Baseline J, tough shot. The Jazz starting big here. They've got Bradley along with Gobert. Here's Joe and a roll to the rim and put it down. Joe.
Yeah, add that to the Jazz points in the paint. Nice way to start the second half.
So they start Bradley over Royce. Mike had 4 points, drives inside, lays it home with the left hand. 6 boards in 16 minutes for Rudy.
Well, let's see if the Jazz are really focused on getting Rudy a little bit more and really pick up Mike Conley the way they should have in fear of Rudy. Mike got an easy shot.
Inside foul. Phoenix ball. How about the big man?
Gave him, and I heard that yell, which means he doesn't do that very often.
11 for Ayton. Donovan right back.
Bradley can play defense together. I think offensively they can crash the boards, but the spacing gets really tight with both of those on the court. They're both.
those new lineups to see whether, again, like Matt said, if they'll work.
Rudy, runner, paint, a little more involvement with the offense.
Well, he has to do it within rhythm of what the Jazz do, Mike Conley comfortable with. And I think he usually makes good decisions, doesn't get a lot of turnovers, but this is what he's good at right here, getting down and making plays.
Beautiful pass. Rocky, plexiglass. But it's just another part of the way the NBA has made this happen in Orlando. Clarkson.
Basketball to really start to find a rhythm. And the Jazz look like they're beginning to find it.
Well, there's more hustle in this third quarter. I think you'll agree. Tony Bradley try to block that. Moutier. Emmanuel's a guy that kind of lost the ability to get on the floor.
So Neal had an advantage. He saw a great opportunity and took it strong to the basket. But you're right. A guy like it gives a guy like Moutier an opportunity to play more, an opportunity to kind of get back into.
Yeah, Moutier, by the way, has played in just 7 of the last 20 games. Tough shot, counted. I think Jazz trail by 14. They're back to within 5. Make it 7 on that 23rd. Right now, T, that would be one long road trip.
Having to be in one place for a long time, but the NBA has just done a great job of surrounding us.
Cross-court pass. That's a tough one to catch. He's got it. Moutier drives inside. Miaoni wearing 81 on his jersey. Here's George, deep three. Got it.
You need a guy that can simply lock down or try to lock down the other team's best offensive player. And that's where Royce O'Neal's role is going to come in. And that's what he's been doing this year and give you everything on that defensive end.
Thurl just kind of looked at me with a note and said maybe it's getting to be close to your bedtime in Atlanta before Brooklyn, and then a couple of days off before these 8 seeding games.
Yeah, so first I think we're all Clarkson, and I think that what Coach Quinn is going to try to do is always have 3 ball handlers on the court, Bowler, because the Jazz are going to need playmaking. And when you have Rudy on the floor, he's going to be the picker that's going to roll to the rim. And you got to have the guys out there that can handle the ball.
All-star from the G League, barrel inside. He's got a great frame at 6'5", 240. And, Matty, we will dial you up.
Reminds me of John Stockton and Karl Malone. They led by example. They came in ready, in shape, in the best shape of anybody on the team.
And it's one that should make you chuckle. And I know you probably know this, but we came to town the same year together, which tells you a long time ago. But I think Monty Williams has kind of gone with the same, 10 to 11 player rotation tonight.
Yeah, he had. Coach Wells, the guys you see in the game now would get some time in the second half as they try to figure that out.
Yeah, Brantley's such a strong player.
And what they do, whether it's on the defensive end, whether it's three-point shooting. And there are a lot of young teams out there, too, who are still looking.
Here at your family, your home, or business, visit AmericaFirst.com for details. Tap it for 2.
Quinn Snyder is really looking at this lineup at the little things.
Oh, impressive. You know what? It was a little nasty.
It was nasty.
Again, the strength of Jarrell Brantley at 240. College of Charleston.
As I was saying, Coach Quinn Snyder really looking at this group and how they go out and work, not just offensively, right? Have they added something to their game? Have they stayed in shape? Are they ready to play?
Beautiful move.
And as much as they worked out, they're not going to be in game shape. They may be in shape, but they're not going to be in game shape.
Seeding games prior to the playoffs. And those games, as I mentioned, start on July 30th. So the horn sounds, 101-88 the final.